Hey everyone, I hope you're having a fabulous Thursday evening. Today, we have a very special guest on with us, and we're going to be talking all about the great city of Anna, Texas, where it is now, where it is going to go in the future. And if you're considering Anna or considering new construction, you definitely do not want to miss what's going to be happening in Anna, Texas. And my special guest today is actually the mayor of Anna, Texas. So I'm going to add him on really quick.
Hi, Rebecca.
Hey. So this is Mayor Nate Pike. How long have you been the mayor of Anna?
So I just started my second term. I stepped in actually on a special election in November of 2017. And so that was when I first started as mayor. I was there, of course, for 6 months and had to run again. Was unopposed at that time, so I did have a full 3-year term. So we have 3-year terms, and there are no term limits under our city charter currently. And I just won re-election this past May. So my second term will end in May of 2024.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I'm glad that you were able to get that second term. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we're going to go ahead and get started a little bit. We're going to talk about Anna, and we're going to start here. Now, all of this information you can find. Hang on. I feel like I'm getting some feedback a little bit. All of this information you should be able to find. Whoops. On your, we'll have it in the description below after the stream. So make sure that if you want some more information, we'll have that available about the city of Anna. And then we'll also have a little bit of contact information. If you have further questions for the mayor, you can ask him any and all questions. He told me that was
okay. Sure.
All right. So we are, oh goodness, let me zoom out. Okay, let's get this going right. You got a little bit more. Okay, here we go. All right, so Anna, Texas, they're growing together. So what makes Anna? What is it? What makes it stand out from some of the other cities here in North Texas? We'll start with that question.
Great question. I think that Anna is really in a transition period. When you talk to, and I'm a native of North Texas, so very familiar with the area. Grew up about 30 miles north of Anna, so very familiar with McKinney, Frisco, Anna. I grew up in Grayson County in the Denison-Sherman area, so you would always travel down the highway, and Anna was known is just kind of a blip on the map that you drove through, and has 2 truck stops. It has a Love's and a Flying J on the highway. And a lot of people would identify with Anna as being the truck stop town north of McKinney on our way to Lake Texoma or to Oklahoma. So quite a bit has changed in recent years. We are currently experiencing tremendous growth. A lot of that has occurred, some of it just naturally with the current growth we're all experiencing in Collin County. And then I would say in the past 3 to 4 years, we've really embraced that growth, knowing that it is coming right up Highway 75, and really decided at that time to embrace the growth. I think what makes us unique right now is we are in Collin County, one of the last places that has a 61 square mile planning area. So there's a significant amount of land for build out in the city of Anna. And I always tell people we're the final blank canvas. When you take a look at the county, it's us and Salina that have the largest land mass right now that is undeveloped. So I always tell everyone it's one of your last blank canvas communities in Collin County and northern Collin County.
Awesome. So kind of going back to, we're going to start with the schools. Whenever someone relocates to any area, they do always try to look at the school. Schools are a big factor when it comes to relocating to any area. So it looks like Anna has won a couple of awards with soccer and softball and a couple other areas.
Yeah, the sports programs continue to develop. We had a softball team 2 years ago that played in the state championship. We're currently a Class 4A. I did hear some news that we are very, very close to being on the line of moving up into 5A. We have some state-of-the-art facilities. One of the things that the ISD did a really good job of, really before the major growth hit, is they did a good job of planning, but also building some new facilities. We have a very nice high school. Looking at the ISD and what they look like at build out, we're looking at a couple of high schools, a couple of middle schools. I think there's a slide in there, and I don't have all the detail on the ISD, but they're doing a really good job. They're keeping pace with the growth we're experiencing on the residential side. We have a really good partnership aligned with the ISD. We understand that in order to be successful in the city of Anna, you've got to have a great relationship and partnership with your ISD. I'm really proud of the work they're doing and their board is doing. Our ratings continue to improve in Anna. We just brought in a new athletic director this past year. The ISD did. His name is Seth Parr. He came from Lubbock, Coronado, and has been very successful on the football side. So we were really excited to land him in Anna. So just for our ISD, it's a really exciting time. They've got a new elementary school being built now that'll make number 4 in Anna. They have a second middle school that will be starting in February of 22. So they're continuing to grow at a fast pace as well.
Oh, that's really good. Sorry, I kind of lost the slides for a second. And it looks like they're offering, quite a bit. I mean, they've got 23 courses that they're offering for dual credit and 13 AP classes, which is good for a school that's that size. So 4A, so how many, it looks like, we're close, you're just under 4,000, correct?
That's correct. Yeah, it's just under it. We're right at that line, literally at the line where I know the superintendent and I have had some discussions, and where I don't know where we'll be, depending on where those numbers fall. We're very close to the 5A level. I think we can maybe hold off one more year before becoming a 5A classification, but within the next year to 2 years, based on the amount of current single family homes that are being constructed, along with some multifamily projects, where there's just no way that we'll stay down.
Right. And you've got a plan for the build outs, which right now you currently have 3 elementary schools, 1 middle and 1 high school, correct?
That's correct. Yeah. Elementary number 4 is being constructed as we speak.
Okay.
They're working on it today. And the second middle school is set to begin construction right after the first of the year in 22. And I believe that'll be a year completion on it. But yeah, we're quickly moving that direction. Depending on our current growth, I believe the second high school would be constructed probably within a 10-year period if we continue on our current path.
Okay.
So still in the works there on when that will occur, but the ISD is actively planning for this major growth we're experiencing.
Yeah, it seems like it for sure. And then kind of shifting gears a little bit towards the growth and development of the actual city. I mean, permits are way up.
Yeah, we really this was right around the 2017 timeframe, and we as a council, as an entire city council, knew that we wanted to create a strong strategic plan. We wanted to create a new culture for the city. We want to grow. We want to grow in the community. Did not take long for a lot of the residential developers to approach us, and there's a lot of opportunity in Anna. When you look for balanced housing, when you look around the county, a lot of cities are currently commenting on the fact that we've got to have more affordability. I'm not going to say that we have the most affordable products in the county. However, we do have a lot that would fall into that category. I can tell you, we're probably, whereas an average home value was $250, we're up over the threes now. But for a lot of people who are starting a family or looking for that first house, we would still fall in that category. Whereas a lot of the product we're starting to see now come into the city is shifting a little bit more to balance some of that out with some higher end estate lot products. And we have 3 multifamily projects that are about to commence that we're excited about as well. So on that slide, fiscal year 21 shows, and this presentation was at an economic development forum we held in Anna. At that time, it was 1,006, as you see on the slide. Year to date, we're over 1,500 now. And what I can say to that is, looking forward over the next few years, just in infrastructure alone, on lots that are currently being developed in different developments throughout the community, we expect to be in that 1,200 to 1,500 range, probably the next 5 years.
Okay. That sounds about right for what you're trying to do. So just to kind of break it down, we are going to talk a little bit about the comprehensive plan of Anna. We're going to talk a little bit about the master plan that they have for downtown, which is currently under construction. And then we've got the parks and the trails, the open spaces, and the plans for that. And I know that you have something that you want to add to the whole parks portion of it, but we'll go ahead and start with the preferred scenario, like what you are preferring, like areas you're starting to develop first versus some other things.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard to depict on the map, but where you see the line of the highway going through, that's 75, and what you're going to see through there, of course, is a lot of commercial development, a lot of retail development is what we would like to see, of course, on 75. Really, the vision for the city council is we want sales tax entities along the highway. We want to be able to attract and draw people off of that 6-lane highway going through Anna. Some things that we'll probably get into as you go through some of the slides. We've got a surgery center that was just constructed, a day surgery center that's owned by private specialists that own that one. We have a freestanding ER from Texoma Medical Center, which is the hospital up in Grayson County in Denison. They have a freestanding ER on the east side of 75. But we've got some good retail that's established on the east side of 75. We have Walmart, Chick-fil-A, Whataburger, Panda Express. So we're really starting to develop out with some more food options.
And is that along 455?
Yeah, so it's right there in that corner on that northeast side of 455. There's a lot of active development through there, a couple of strip centers that have been developed. So we have a quick trip going on the left corner there on that west side corner.
Okay.
A multifamily project is going in over there. And that's also in the region where we have a new master plan community by Centurion American.
Okay.
The villages of Hurricane Creek, homes start in the mid 4s. And that's our first.
Here, right? South of
so it's going to be just to the north of where your arrow is. Okay. Yeah, right in that region. That's our first residential development on the west side. We do have some others in the works right now. I was really excited about that in particular because that was kind of that first challenge when I stepped in to to the role as mayor, we had an opportunity to move that project along, but we didn't have any infrastructure on the west side of Anna. We did not have water. We had to bore the water under US 75 to get it to the west side and make that developer ready. But we were able to accomplish that, and things are moving very quickly on that west side. So we're excited about the future. But the biggest points that I guess I would make from this map is you've got to have a plan. When you take a look, a lot of people ask, well, what projection are you on? I would tell you we're probably a lot in line with what Frisco did. And what Frisco did was they opened the door for business. They said, we are open. We want to develop. We want to grow. But here's a plan. Here's our plan. They put a good strategic plan and a good comprehensive plan into place. So this was adopted. This is out of our Anna 2050 plan that was adopted about 6 months ago. And what this will be is the roadmap moving forward. What makes that so important is your developer community wants to look at this and go, okay, well, if we're looking at industrial, or we're looking at residential, or whatever it may be. I can tell you down there on that 5-piece in the in the bottom right corner there, yes, along the Collin County Outer Loop. So that's an 85-acre business park that is designated for light commercial and industrial. So we want to be well balanced, but when someone approaches the city and says, we want to build a successful project in Anna, we're looking to do industrial, where do we go? Well, we have that mapped out, and it really helps everybody involved. And so we're excited about the plan. We really are.
Oh, that's cool. All right, let me kind of zoom out a little bit here. Oops. I got to zoom in on that map a little bit. Go down a little bit. There we go. All right, so we are going to talk about those areas a little bit. The 75 Regional Center, which is going right down the middle of 75, the downtown Anna project we'll be talking about. The Anna Business Corridor, which you mentioned some of the manufacturing, industrial type opportunities, and then over by your neighboring town, Westminster, talking a little bit about the plans for that. And we kind of already started and mentioned that it starts with the S, it starts with a plan. Let's see.
And I think that's a good point. And that's kind of that culture piece that we've really developed in Anna. One thing that you will hear often from different groups or developers as they're going around different cities throughout the state is they say, well, it's hard to do business there. It's really hard to do a project in a particular city. And we used to hear that about Anna. And that is, oh, well, we don't want to be in Anna because we know we can't get anything done there. So we really changed that culture, and we kind of developed that slogan there that everything starts with a yes. If you want a project in Anna, the answer is yes. We want to sit down. We want to talk about what you're looking to do. And not saying that always we don't back up a little bit or have to get to a no, but we're going to start with a yes and tell you that if you want to build a particular project, you can probably make it in Anna as long as it's the right location, the right quality standards, and fits into that Anna 2050 plan. We can make that happen.
And kind of along those same lines, I just kind of want to share this slide a little bit. You talked about it a little bit about all the new businesses, the commercial spaces that you're offering, and the increase in sales tax. So that way you don't have to put that taxing onto the community. You can actually collect from new businesses that you're welcoming. And then you've got the new municipal complex. So touch on a little bit of those for us real quick.
Sure. So we've been very successful. I would call it very fortunate and blessed. During a pandemic time frame, we increased our sales tax figures. We had some businesses coming online that were sales tax generating businesses that did phenomenal during a pandemic. And so we were very fortunate. I'm a big advocate for economic development. what I do understand is that as you're growing a community, just putting single family residential in a community is not, in creating more of that bedroom community, is not necessarily helping you. People, we all look as individual residents and homeowners ourselves. We go, well, we don't want those property taxes going up or our assessed values go up. We're taking a look at all of that, but what's happening is you are adding ad valorem tax to the bottom line, but you're also adding additional needs. You need additional first responders. You need fire stations. You need police officers. You need more infrastructure on the roadways and sewer lines. So, there's so much that goes into it. And sales tax is that one area where if you're growing that component of your community, it helps really balance you out. We absolutely have, I've been in office now a couple of years. We have never increased the tax rate, the city tax rate to our residents. We're 4 out of the past 5 years, we've actually lowered it. So how that's going to happen is we've got to continue to grow those numbers on the sales tax side. More than 160,000 square feet of commercial. That's a number that just shows you we are growing commercially in the retail space, and more businesses are coming to town. We do have a new 30,000 square foot municipal complex, and the reason that we call that a municipal complex is because we do have a brand new fire station.
Yeah, we were in that the other day.
We were in that this week. That's right. So we were a few of the first visitors in there this week, and right next to it will be our new city hall. So it is a state-of-the-art facility that will house our police department inside of the city hall for about a 5 to 7 year period. We hope. We're growing so quickly, we really can't keep pace with the need for new facilities. But that is once again kind of that state-of-the-art designed project. So it is a 100-year project.
Yeah.
Where it's going to keep pace with future development. But what's unique about that is that's located right in the center of downtown, which goes back to your comments about the downtown master plan. Anna has a lot of history that not a lot of people are familiar with. When you hear Colin McKinney, who was one of the original signers of the Texas Declaration of Independence, actually lived in Anna, on the line of Anna and Van Alstyne. So there's a community called Mantua. When you drive up 75, a lot of people see a road sign that says north of Anna, and they call it Mantua. They call it Mantua because that's how it sounds, but it's actually Mantua. But Colin McKinney settled in the Anna area and had a homestead in Anna. So that's a major piece of our history, but our downtown has a historical park, Shirley Heritage Park, and that's why I was kind of going back to talk about a little bit of the history. It's a very old, quaint downtown area, but it's not really big. It's not, we don't have a defined square like a McKinney, like the square. We don't have that. So this municipal complex kind of going in the middle of all of that. See, that's that Shirley Heritage Park area. That's an older picture, but we have a historical park right there now. In that background, that's the old Shirley Brothers hardware store. So there's a train line that runs right through that downtown area. So that's really what kicked off and got Anna moving. That's a restored train depot and a community playground. The reason that I call that a community playground, we actually won a statewide award on that. So as we were designing and developing out this park, that's a restored train depot that was actually in Anna at the time. And then we designed this playground, but what's unique is the entire community is the one who built it. So we didn't hire people to come in and build it. We actually had our members of our community come out and volunteer their time.
So this is what they built, the community?
No, they built the playground on the other side. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So that was all constructed by residents of Anna. Okay. So it was a lot of fun just to bring this park to life. But the reason that I mentioned this park in particular is it does still sit on the edge of where this municipal complex will be. We have a library that's being constructed next year, next year. That will go by the municipal complex. So it was very important to put in a plan for downtown.
Yeah.
Because we don't know what it could be at this time. And like I said, it's not
downtown here. Or no, is that Mrs.
No.
Oh, that's somebody else. It says Santa Ana.
Yeah. So, but very small area downtown. I would tell you what. So that right below where you were, go back down just a little bit. Down below that next one. Yeah. So like that area.
This one, Opportunity.
Go to the left of the one you're currently on.
This one,
right there.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of the main street that goes through downtown Anna. Like I said, it's not a square. I can tell you downtown is something that will be developed. A lot of other communities, I'll tell you who's done a phenomenal job of that are communities like South Lake, Roanoke is another example of places that didn't really have a defined downtown, but they built one. They created one. Yeah. And so that's part of that downtown master plan, and we'll be heading that direction very, very soon on determining what the downtown will truly look like.
All right. So I wanted to share, where did it go? I feel like I lost it. I just had, there it is. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about this map a little bit. This will kind of preview what some of the growth and development is going to kind of look like.
Yeah, so what this map shows, of course, is just some of the current, I know it's hard to see, but when it is zoomed in on, it shows you some of the current businesses there along 75, but you see that blue outline. That's a 61 plus mile planning area that stretches pretty far west. As you can see, that blue line, that's going to be out there around Weston. The southern portions of that map are going to be close to some McKinney extraterritorial jurisdiction. The Trinity Falls area is not too far off from there. So it just gives you a good idea to understand that there's a large planning area. On the east side of that map, you have 121 that runs through Melissa on your way into Fannin County and the Bonham. And the Collin County Outer Loop connects to that through Anna. So
is this going to be the outer loop here?
It's going to be yes, that's correct. So down, where that,
because it'll go through here, right?
That's correct. So Melissa is just to the south of that blue line in that area that you're on. So yes, that Collin County Outer Loop will connect to 121. So there's going to be some good thoroughfare. You saw Westminster on that map. Westminster is kind of in that top area over through there. So it's unincorporated. It is an Anna address, but it is in the county. So it just shows you that over time, there's a lot of ability for annexation and future development to move out. And
this is 455. This is probably one of the main streets right now. White Street is the exit. Correct?
Mm-hmm. That is correct. Yeah, so it would be White Street, and that is our major east-west, along with the Collin County Outer Loop. Right. Is a east-west corridor, and then of course you have 75 and Highway 5 are the two main north-south arteries through town right now.
Which will be nice because if 75 does get bogged down at some point, you do have the option of widening 5 and adding, more lanes that way too. So that's
and that's a great point as well, Rebecca, because Highway 5 is already slated on TxDOT's plans to be widened to a 4-lane. It's currently 2-lane. We were supposed to start construction on that. All of the design work is complete. All of the negotiations of easements and things of that nature have taken place. So it was supposed to start, and then COVID hit. So we heard that it's been bumped out another year or two. but it's coming very quickly on those roadway expansions. And then Highway 75 is 6-lane. It has been expanded through Anna's 6-lane all the way to the Grayson County line.
Okay. So does it narrow down when it gets closer to Sherman then?
Van Alstyne. When it gets to Van Alstyne, it will narrow down again to 4-lane.
4-lane. Okay. That's still pretty good. I want to talk about a couple other projects, and then I want to try to open it for questions before you have to go. We have about 10 minutes left before you turn into a pumpkin. All right. So the surgery center, you mentioned that this is a big project that you're going to be working on and towards. Where is this going to be located?
So that is on the northwest side of 75. Good news is that's a beautiful facility. If you drive up 75, you will see it. It is currently open. They've been operating in there, I would say probably 3 or 4 months now. And different specialists. So they do LASIK surgery in there. They do orthopedics, ear, nose, and throat. A lot of those physicians are from the McKinney and the Sherman area. Okay. So they will see their patients in those respective cities. They're currently in the process of building a 40,000 square foot medical office building right next door, which will be a place to house a lot of those physicians throughout the week to see patients locally in Anna. They're through the design phase. They're about to pull permits on that. So a lot of activity over there. Okay. On that side. And then when you move over to the east side, that is a 24-hour or 24/7, I should say, freestanding ER by Texoma Medical Center. Okay. So there is a full-time ER staff there, of course, and if need be, that you need to be transported to the hospital, they can take you right from there. So we're excited about that. We're seeing more opportunity come into Anna on family practice, medical, family practice, pediatricians. That demand is there. Whereas a lot of people now, what we do is we leave town and we will come south to McKinney or north to Sherman, Denison area. So it's growing.
Sorry to cut you off. I've seen some of that growth on some of those strip mall areas that some of them are, physicians that are, taking in some of that business development, the newer development that's further down the main road, 455.
Right now. Exactly.
So this is the business park. Where is it going to be located?
So the 82-acre owned business park, that's owned by the Economic Development Corporation. It looks like we have an active contract on that to be developed out. Not giving away too much, but our EDC is meeting tonight, and they'll be discussing that tract of land right there. A lot of industrial interest right now. That is on the. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Rebecca. I missed you on that one.
That's located in the southern quadrant of Anna.
Yes, that's located at the Collin County Outer Loop and Highway 5. So it's going to be on the southeast side of our town. Over here. That's correct. Okay. That's correct. That's exactly where it will be. And of course, as many of you all know, in the real estate profession, industrial is just very hot right now. So there couldn't have been a better time for the Economic Development Corporation to own this property. Yeah. There is light rail that runs through it, and it's an active rail. Oh. So going to be a great use for a light commercial industrial user or users on that track.
So I'm excited about this. This is Anna Town Center, which is mostly already developed, correct?
I would say the first phase of it is.
First phase.
So where you see that number 1, that's where you're going to see a lot of the things that are listed, the AT&T, Great Clips, all of those different businesses listed there on the slide. A lot of land to the north. So where you see that plus, that is the freestanding ER in the top corner. Okay. There's still quite a bit. They're about to start phase 2 construction on a couple of different pad sites in that area. We have a well-known restaurant that will be coming that has a letter of intent signed, so I won't mention the name on it yet since we're not fully there, but they're coming. So yeah, just continuing to develop out 75 with a lot of the things that our residents would want to see, and I love my surrounding communities and have a lot of great relationships there and a lot of great friends there. But we also, we want the opportunity to spend our money in Anna and stay in Anna as well on the weekends.
This is what I'm really excited about. And I'll show some cooler photos because I looked on the Megatel website and they've got some really nice ones. Tell us a little bit about this new lagoon that's going to be developed in Anna.
Yeah, so Anna Capri is a Megatel development that will feature a 2.5 acre crystal lagoon. I need to make sure I point out too, just to the north of them, located on the east side by the Megatel development, will be the woods at Lindsay Place. That's going to be a D.R. Horton development.
Is that
so a lot of density coming to this area, and it's all active. Permits are pulled on all of it, so it's under construction.
What types of housing is going to be available that's close to the lagoon?
There's going to be so Megatel is going to have a mixed. It's more of a mixed use. You will see some multifamily in there, but it'll be a combination of 40s to 60s, 60-foot lots in there. I believe that Megatel, they've already started pre-selling. I think what you will see is a lot of homes in the 350s to 400s through there. They're going to have some multifamily component. On the opposite side of the lagoon, the lagoon is going to be open on that side where your arrow is. That's going to be open to the public. They're going to have a 30,000 square foot commercial building over there that will house a restaurant. They're going to have a swim up bar, a flow rider. Is
that on the east side or the west side? I'm sorry.
It's going to be in that bottom corner. Over in that area. So what the idea of the concept is that we have a more commercial entertainment district. There's going to be a bowling alley, restaurant, on that side, and that will be open to the public. So the public can, for example, we don't know what the dollar amounts are going to be, but they can come in, and pay a $10 day pass and have access to the lagoon. The other side of the lagoon will back up with some of the multifamily and then the single family residential. And that will be an HOA component over there. Well, part of their HOAs, they will have annual access to everything in the lagoon.
Including the bowling alley.
they're going to bring one of those flow rider surf simulated machines in. Yes. So it's a newer concept. I know we're seeing some crystal lagoons being developed. Prosper has one. They've got a real big one in Florida. It's kind of where that crystal lagoon concept started. But we're excited for it. We think it's a great project for Anna. It's going to continue to add some population and density that we truly need to continue finishing out that development along 75. So fits great into our master plan and where we're going.
No, it looks really cool. Some of the Megatel photos that they've got kind of scrolling here, you can kind of see some of what they're putting together. So where's the sand going to come from?
That's a good question. That's a good question for Megatel.
Oh, for Megatel, okay. All right, let's see. Sorry about this. We got a couple of people watching. I'm going to go to, if you're online and you have a question for Mayor Pike, please put it in the chat. He does need to leave here in a couple minutes. We are going to touch on, this is what you were talking about. This is south.
Yeah, so that's going to be the north of the Megatel project. This is going to be located along what is on Highway 75. They finished building out bridge, an overpass bridge. It's going to be Rosamond Parkway,
Okay.
which is just to the north. As you can see, that dotted line up above. So it's going to be, you're right there, correct. Yeah, so the Woods at Lindsay Place is going to be located up there. The developer is going to participate in helping us finish out construction of a 4-lane road to help us on that east-west thoroughfare out to Highway 75. A lot of that 75 frontage, of course, up there is owned by a development you may have heard about. A lot of the real estate world has heard about Riseland, or Risland is what they go by. And Anna, that's a development that goes into Grayson County, as well as into Anna and Collin County. We're excited about that because we're slated to get a lot of the commercial frontage of that property. And but that's another key infrastructure component that will be going in on Rosamond that helps make all of that developer ready through there.
Yeah. And so, like you said, the woods at Lindsay Place are just to the east of, this is where the Lagoon's going to go?
The Lagoon will go just to the south of the woods at Lindsay Place. So it'd be down there, closer to the high school. That's correct.
Oh, okay. There it is. And because there's Anna Capri up here too.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure if that was connected or
it's gonna stretch into both sides of it.
Okay, that's what it is then. Okay. And then you've got markers for future elementary schools, and there's the middle school and the high school and current elementary schools there. And there's one on the west side over here. Now tell us a little bit about the villages of Hurricane Creek a little bit.
Yeah, so great project. Centurion American puts great home builders in their communities, and a true master plan community. Walking trails, I believe it's 262 acres total. They've got some commercial frontage in there where there will be some restaurants built up on the front end of that. There's some land that is slated for mixed use, such as a hotel site. That community itself will also house an amphitheater along the water. So there's some pretty large water feature areas on that property that will be a great entertainment area. And yeah, so there's their website. It will have an elementary school. We're going to have a fire station over there on the west side as well. But in that corner down to the west on that map is going to be, down in that area, there's going to be an amphitheater through there. So nice. We're really excited about that. And that's, that is the first master plan community where I would say we're putting in higher price points. Okay. So on some of those phases, there will be some 100-foot lots. There will be some $700,000-$800,000 product on some of the latter phases of the project, but they are moving extremely quick. I can tell you that First Texas, Matamay Homes, and I believe the other one is Beezer over there. And I know when they first opened it for pre-selling, before they could get the models complete over there, they had already sold 31 lots without any, just off the brochure of the plans. So the demand is extremely high.
And here's the three builders, right? Beezer, First Texas, and Matamay.
Yes, and within the first month, they had already sold 31 lots, I believe, without even a product on the ground. So a lot of high demand over there for the villages of Hurricane Creek.
And you're just south of the golf course, right?
That's correct. Hurricane Creek Country Club, which is a great club, great golf course. I know there's a lot of people in the county who have played out there, and we call it kind of the hidden gem of North Texas. It's a beautiful golf course. Yeah. Riseland owns a lot of the land around that. They're looking to develop around the golf course currently, and they're currently working on that. So just a lot of excitement along that west side. A lot of opportunity.
Awesome. Well, you've kind of turned into a pumpkin at this point. If anyone has questions for you, where can they get a hold of you?
So you can feel free to reach out to us anytime. My email is listed on the website. That email is npike, P-I-K-E, so npike at Anna, Texas, all spelled out, .gov. Feel free to reach out anytime with any questions. You can call anytime and they will get a hold of me. And I'm just one of those, I believe in relationships. I believe when people reach out with a question, we want to get back to you. We want to respond to you. And we feel like there's a tremendous amount of opportunity. And I greatly appreciate your time this evening and inviting me on to be part of the live stream here. And we're all about marketing Anna, Texas. And I can tell you that Anna is quickly becoming one of the most developer-friendly cities in North Texas. We say all of Texas, but we're definitely going to stay within North Texas. We're in the Dallas Business Journal has ranked us in the top 10 fastest growing cities in North Texas in the past few years, and we're going to keep going. We're going to embrace it and keep moving forward.
Well, that sounds good. I know that a lot of people in Anna are excited about the growth that's going to happen and all the new attractions and businesses, to where they don't have to drive all the way to McKinney to enjoy some things. So really excited. Thank you again so much for coming on as well, and taking some of your precious time to share about Anna. And for those that are watching or watching this on a replay, I did another video with the mayor of Anna going over all the nitty gritty about the city, and you should be able to find that on my YouTube channel probably within the next month. We'll have it ready to go. So over the Christmas break, you guys get to enjoy that video.
Sounds great.
Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll wave goodbye and see you on the next video.
Thank you. Appreciate it.